Good evening, everyone. Blessed,
Hey,
awesome autumn equinox.
blessed autumn
And
equinox.
for those in the southern hemisphere, blessed Astara.
Indeed.
Yes. How are everybody tonight? Well, how is everyone tonight? Excuse me. Long week, long year, long month. Yeah. um, we do have the chat on our phones, so we can see when you guys are messaging us. For those of us, or for those of you who are new to our stream,
And joining us on Facebook.
yes, and joining us on Facebook. If you are watching from YouTube, we are so sorry we cannot see your chat. So you'll just have to join us on our Facebook page. We just want to make sure that we have, multiple platforms that we're reaching out to this evening.
Yes.
Hey, Feeny. We're doing quite well. Could always be worse. We're alive. We're breathing. The sanctuary board had our annual meeting today. The gods and goddesses so blessed us with that opportunity. Usually, this time of year, we have the local pagan community comes together for Grand Rapids Pagan Pride Day. And today would have been the day where we would have gone there. We would have done on-site video, live feed, some interviews. We were also, this was also a big year for us because we had actually talked to the organizers of the event, and we were going to put money towards a booth, doing a workshop, as well as potentially even hosting a ritual at the Pagan Pride Festival. Unfortunately, due to COVID, not able to do it this year. So one of the things that we did discuss as a board, and it was a unanimous vote agreement, is that we are going to be looking to hold off on our plans till 2021. We are hoping that COVID is under control and maintained, and that it's well on its way out. And we will be looking at having a booth then. So those of you who are within the Grand Rapids, Greater Grand Rapids, Michigan, tri-state area of, Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, Wisconsin, whatever, you guys are more than welcome to come to Pagan Pride Day next year and see us potentially. So as that date is released and we get more information, we will be posting it to our Facebook page. Once we get the application in for our booth and get all the supplies needed, we will also let you guys know that as well. Good news regarding Facebook. I think High Priest Odin would like to share this news with everyone.
Sure. And one of the first things I would like to announce is there's roughly a 30-second delay, and I think our audio bug is fixed.
I'm not touching the microphone this time.
So,
Oh, excuse me.
I guess I'll cover the... Can everyone hear us okay?
Yes, yes.
Because we had a issue the past couple times, and I can't see that section of my studio right now.
Okay, so for those of you that can hear us, we're obviously here at home. We're here in our living room. Off to the side is Odin's desk, which is our production studio. Okay, cool. We can hear. All right, cool. Awesome.
Okay, sound check is done.
Good. Odin's production setup is over this way from our camera, and where everything's set up right now, and with the chair, we can't really see where the microphone.
I scrolled it to the wrong spot.
It happens.
But I'm basically running producer over here with a computer over there, so that makes things fun.
Oh, yes.
But onto the Facebook announcement. We have finally gotten our donate button. So
2 years. 2 years of fighting, everyone. Technically over.
Tug of war.
Tug of war. It has been nothing.
Like, we would put in our paperwork, and then they would change their guidelines, and would put in the new paperwork,
and then they change it again.
And it finally just got caught up.
Yes.
The timing was finally just right.
Yes. So we are so excited. So for those of you who are able, willing, and whatnot, do not put yourself in debt to help us. Please don't.
I will be right back.
Okay, dear. Do not put yourself in debt to help us, but you, as you so will, you are more than welcome to donate to the sanctuary through the Facebook donate button. I think Odin is doing something production-wise at the computer. Okay. All right. It looks like Odin may be working on the microphone real quick. I am.
Should be a little better.
Should be a little better? Okay. All right. Because, see, me, I try to enunciate my voice and whoa. Odin does their best. Odin does their best. Oh, getting better. Okay, getting better, dear. Getting better.
I can't turn it up too much louder or it will
red line.
Yeah.
Okay. Like we said, we are running this through a production studio program on Odin's computer. So if we have the microphone turned up way too loud, it will redline and then the sound will be horrible.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect? All right. Good to go. Sweet. Alrighty.
So, getting back to what I was talking about, yes. We've got the Facebook donations, so now we can accept donations through our page. We can add donations to our posts. People can fundraise on their birthdays like any other fundraiser on Facebook. So,
Giving Tuesday.
Yep, where Facebook will match our donations.
Yep, so if you give donations on Giving Tuesday coming up within the next month or so, or a couple months in November,
Facebook usually matches. Yes. Not always, but usually.
Not always, but Facebook will potentially match your donation dollar for dollar. So, if you would like to hold off on donating, you are more than welcome to. You can donate now. We do not mind. We are allowing the freedom up to you.
Mm-hmm. So. And we'll be setting up a donation campaign shortly to help with the next class, so we can possibly put together more tuition kits for the next topic we're teaching.
Yes. For those new to the stream, yes, we Odin and I are working on some classes that we through our online platform, through our website, to teach more about paganism, to learn how to do incense. There's several topics that we are planning on having as courses. Now, if you have an idea for a topic that we may have missed, you are more than welcome to suggest it to us. Because we want to know what you guys would like to learn. Because this is for your guys' benefit. Because however we can best teach you and help you on your own spiritual path is the best that we can do, you know? Because what might work for you may not work for another practitioner, or what might work for them may not work for you. So just let us know what works, what doesn't, different topics that you're interested in, and we will just go with the flow. Hey Jesse, hey Rich.
Hello.
So yeah, a lot of exciting things are going on with the sanctuary right now, and we're excited. We're, slightly overwhelmed. We're busy.
Very busy.
Very busy.
And everything has just been balancing. It's been a juggling and balancing act, but things are going through their paces, and we're getting there.
Oh, yeah.
So, should we get the show on the road?
All right. Okay, so for those who are new, we normally do... Hey, Corinne! Blessed be, dear. For those new to the stream, usually Odin does for ritual nights, we'll usually stand behind the podium. We'll give a speech or a sermon of sorts. That'll be pre-recorded, and then we put that into the video before we come on air live.
At least we try to.
At least we try to.
We've had to do it live a couple times, and it's just not no bueno.
Yeah. There was a few things that Odin had to work on this evening, so Odin was unable to work on a speech this ritual, but we're hoping that for Samhain that should change.
Yeah.
So we'll go back to regular speech and schedule and ritual and all that. But I was able to write something together throughout dealing with kiddos, because we got 2 little ones to, give dinner, dessert, bed, the usual.
And they're still hubbub-ooing, trying to fight going to sleep, so.
Parenting.
Part of a little bit of why we're a few minutes extra late.
Yeah, so we're sorry for being late this evening, but, hey, family, it happens.
We do this from home.
Exactly. So for this evening, I actually wrote the opening speech, and this one approves, so I must have did pretty good. So, All right. If anyone has any questions, please put it in the chat. We will do our best to explain it to you, whatever we're doing. If you have any questions regarding why we're doing something a certain way, again, ask. There will be a portion in the ritual where you will be able to invoke any gods or goddesses that you wish to have join us this evening. And that goes for North and South Hemisphere. So no matter where you're at here in this world, we will allow you that opportunity. Just all we ask is that they please join us in peace. No harm, no ill will.
Light and love.
Light and love, yes. Also, we will be doing blessing requests as well. For a while, we were doing a blessing request live stream. We haven't done it in a while, so we're sorry if you guys were, enjoyed the blessing request evenings.
It was every week.
Yes, it was every week. We are looking to revamping it at some point. We're not sure when. Life is hectic. We're working with what we got so far. So bear with us. And if you have any ideas, let us know. All right. Do we both have a stack of paper? No. We each have one little sheet of paper for the ritual that I typed up. And then this is my book of correspondences. This is my copy, excuse me. This is one of our many books from the sanctuary that the sanctuary actually has a copy as well, where it's our reference book.
It's a quick reference.
It's a quick reference. We will admit that there are some inaccuracies. There are some conflicting information in it. So it's not what we would say 100% rely on. Google's your friend. Check out other books from, Amazon, from Barnes & Noble, whatever source you get your books from for other information. But this is the one that we...
Yeah, you really got to glean information from multiple sources, and then you'll start to come up with a consensus of everyone seems to agree at least on this element, meaning this.
Yeah, so no, this is not a stack of paper, Feeny. So, alrighty. So we are going to get started. Again, if you have any questions, please let us know. And we will get to it as soon as possible. Again, we have a roughly 30-second delay. So whenever you message us, it's already 30 seconds behind. So.
Oh, what is the book called?
Oh, the book. It is from Leowins, and it is the Complete Book of Correspondences. And the author is Sandra Kynes. We can post the information of the book on in the messenger or on the Facebook page even, so we can send you that information.
It's a really decent book.
Yeah, it's actually a really decent book. I think we've got like one other book from Leowin's Complete Book of series. All right. Corinne, we will get to that during our blessing request, my love. Okay. Hail and welcome. Blessed be to all who are joining us. Thank you for being present this evening for our autumn equinox ritual. This year has been a wild and crazy one for Sanctuary of the Phoenix, for the greater pagan community as a whole, as well as the rest of the world. COVID has thrown everyone for a loop and has resulted in many of us having to change the way we do rituals, gatherings, our magic work, and our everyday lives. Sanctuary of the Phoenix was supposed to make our official public entrance into the local pagan community during our city's annual Pagan Pride Festival, to be held today to celebrate autumn equinox, or Mabon for those who may celebrate in that path. We had hoped to have a booth, do a workshop, and potentially even host a ritual. Unfortunately, like many things as of late, it was canceled, but for good reason. As pagans, we naturally gravitate towards caring about the world around us, the fellow humans, the animals, the plants, and Mother Gaia herself, who gives us this place we call home. The wonderful organizers of the event felt that for the safety of our community, it was best to cancel this year and hope for a bigger, more awesome festival next year, when we can all be healthy, happy, and safe. Through this COVID crisis, sanctuaries around the world like ours have joined us on the virtual platform for safe gatherings and celebrations of our beliefs. We were one of the first, a big, lonely fish in our own pond. Now we are joined by other fish in a crowded pond, as others saw what we did as a feasible way to continue their services and keep their sanctuaries open for those in need. And for that, we say hail and welcome. As this stream is titled, tonight is the celebration of the autumn equinox, the second of the 3 great harvests. Official equinox is not until September 22nd. We celebrate the harvest of the fruits of the earth, a time where we harvest apples, make apple crisp, and delicious apple cider, for examples. We welcome the presence of the goddesses Epona, Inanna, Ishtar, Kore, Modron, Morrigan, and Persephone. We welcome the presence of the gods Bacchus, Dionysus, Demuzi, Hermes, Mabon, and Thoth. Any gods or goddesses that you would like to invoke and welcome to our ritual are welcome to join us, so long as they come in peace. For our faithful in the southern hemisphere, it is vernal equinox, Ostara. They are celebrating the return of spring and life to the earth in their hemisphere. Plants are blossoming, and the sowing of seeds has begun. Fertility is at its highest energy. They are celebrating many of the same gods and goddesses as we are this time of year, including a few others, namely Aphrodite, Artemis, Astarte, Demeter, Diana, Isis, Venus, Adonis, Cernunnos, Mithras, Odin, Osiris, and Pan. For those joining us from the southern hemisphere, you may also invoke and welcome any gods or goddesses you so choose, again, so long as they come in peace. We will now cast the circle to begin this ritual.
Okay. Would you like to explain what we're getting ready to precariously do in this small space?
Okay. Right now, for our new attendees, we are about to take water and salt to go around in a circle to cast a protective barrier so that no harmful magic or energies may come in as we do our work this evening, as well as to allow us to be in a safe zone to do whatever that we will.
purifying. And...
Yes.
Sorry if we bumped the camera.
Yes. Tight spaces, guys. Tight spaces. It's much in the same as when people light sage bundles, and they use it to bless and consecrate the space, as well as the persons who are attending the rituals. Oh, I'm sorry. Now, when you when you cast the circle, you always want to go clockwise. How best to explain why? It aids in the motion of time. So it's the I don't know, like I don't want to say most feasible way to do it, but like, how do I want to put it? For why we go clockwise.
General motion that's most adopted. We go Widdershins, right? No, Widdershins is
backwards.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, when you go to open the circle, at the end of the ritual, you go Widdershins, which is actually counterclockwise. And that is to, I don't want to say undo what has been done, but is to kind of like open up the shades, so to speak. Like you close the shades one way and
open the shutters.
Yes. So it's kind of like that. Alrighty. At this time, we are now going to call the coroners. You guys may join in your own little spaces. Face whatever way you must to follow the cardinal directions. For our sanctuary, we start in the north. I know many other sanctuaries actually start in the east where the sun comes up. To each their own. So if you'd like to start in whatever direction that you so choose, that is fine. But just for the sake of our ritual this evening and our main rituals as well, we always start in the north.
And that's just what works good for our sanctuary from our experiences. Yep.
Alrighty, so you ready, my dear?
Never. I get to twist my back.
Oh, I know. All right. Hail, guardians of the watchtower of the north, element earth, color green. We welcome you to our autumn equinox ritual. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Hail, guardians of the watchtower of the east, element air, color yellow. We welcome you to our autumn equinox ritual. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Hail, guardians of the watchtower of the south, element fire, color red. We welcome you to our autumn equinox ritual. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Hail, guardians of the watchtower of the west, element water, color blue. We welcome you to our autumn equinox ritual. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Now, earlier I listed many gods and goddesses that are typically celebrated and welcomed this time of year for ritual up here in the North Hemisphere as well as down in the South Hemisphere from where we're at. At this time, you may invoke the gods and goddesses that you so choose. Invoke the gods and goddesses that are for this time of year. Again, let's just make sure that they are welcomed and invoked with the intent of peace and love and to not cause any harm. So we will take a few moments and we will reconvene.
Okay, now with this portion where we would call corners and invoke, we would usually do that standing up,
Yes.
but we do not have much space in our living quarters to
Yes.
be able to function in that way.
Yes. So, we do as we must. The intent is there. One thing that I would like to bring up is that I know there are many people out in this world who may be of low income, who may be unable to procure items for rituals, and that is fine. It's the intent that matters.
Intent plus will.
Yes. It doesn't matter whether you can bake an apple crisp or if you just have a bologna sandwich.
Or a piece of toast.
Or a piece of toast or saltines, just anything. As long as the intent is there, that is what matters. So I don't want anyone to feel like they are any less pagan if they are unable to financially procure these items. So you are just as much a pagan as someone who can do an elaborate ritual. Just because they can do a very nice ritual, a very elaborate, decorated ritual does not mean you are any less pagan than they are. You are just as much part of this community as well.
Yes.
So I just want that to be well known to everyone. Because I know that there are probably several who are joining us this evening who are looking at this spread and going, "Man, I wish I could do that." Now, even if you have just a small bit of money, you can make a beautiful ritual space. Dollar stores, they usually have a range of candle holders, colored candles, tea lights, like holiday decorations. Like this time of year is perfect to get all the harvest stuff. So get stuff for, autumn equinox, Samhain, as the next month and a half comes up, you've got Yule. So you can get all of your Yule decorations as well for pretty cheap. And, you can actually find some really, really nice stuff for really cheap. So don't feel like you have to spend a whole bunch of money to make a ritual space or an altar, because the gods and goddesses, all they wish is for you to just be who you are and, do as you can. Like we've said, the intent is what matters. And that's what they really appreciate.
Okay.
So, alrighty. So now is a brief history / information about the autumn equinox.
And I think we can both take parts and carry a couple different aspects here.
We can piece it together, yeah.
Because we didn't have anything exactly scripted. Usually we do some research and get some very exacting points that we want to make, but we didn't get everything that built up today. But
we're working on it. It's taking time.
In many ways, autumn equinox is a Thanksgiving. It's a harvest festival. The second harvest, I believe.
Yep, second harvest.
Yes, it's the second harvest. So as you can see, representative on our table, we have gourds and pumpkins and
apples.
Yes. So this is generally the time of harvest we have this time of year.
You may continue. I'm just going to start lighting stuff. Because we forgot.
Right now is also a time of balance. The wheel is still turning, but we're at a point of balance where spring and fall, night and day are kind of
light and dark.
Light and dark. We are at this point where the day and night is equal, and there's a wholeness to it all, a oneness with everything. And though here in the northern hemisphere we might be going into the darker times of the year, in the southern hemisphere things are coming to life. So it's this great cosmological dance that things are always moving forward. And in the good and the bad, even when I'm no longer here, things will move forward. Life and death, it's all a cycle. And this is the second of 3 harvests. So we are still celebrating life, but this is also a time of year where we want to start finishing our preparations for the winter. We want to start cleaning up the home. We want to start putting our work, our labors to rest for the winter. So we're all working hard to reach our goals. And of course, in a modern society, there's not a 100% shutdown for the winter. So right now is a good time to do some canning, to make some beef jerky, to have a harvest meal. I guess I'll hand it off to you.
You did a damn good job. I was enjoying it.
I will rattle on forever. But
and oh. Okay. So I have gone to my handy dandy book of correspondences. And according to the book, it says that autumn equinox is either on September 21st or 22nd. It depends. It's always changing. So 21st and 22nd aren't always the dates. Okay?
Yes. We astrologically calculate.
Yes. So, I'm not joking. But anyways, so this book will state just the 22nd or the 21st or 22nd, but just keep in mind, it is not always those dates. It is constantly changing from year to year to year. So
in a range of a few days.
In a range of a few days, okay? So I'm not saying that it's going to be drastically different, okay? But
it's
what
ecliptic.
Yes. It's following the movement of the earth and the axis and all of that. But they do put into consideration all of those factors. So it will change. Mm-hmm. Okay. So the season is obviously autumn. We are officially hitting autumn, everyone. On the 22nd this year. It will be officially the autumn season. Yes.
And to everyone in the southern hemisphere, happy spring.
Yes, blessed spring. Okay. So, in here, the colors for this holiday are blue, brown, gold, maroon, orange, violet, and yellow. So as you can see with our spread, we did a lot of yellows and golds and a little bit of green. We did some red. We have the blue with our sensor. But we did a lot of like typical fall colors, like when you look at the trees as they turn colors. And
oh, I'm excited.
Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait. The beginning first week to 2 weeks here in our section of Michigan is when it's the peak of the fall colors. I can't wait. I love it. My favorite time of year. The element is water. Trees are aspen, cedar, hazel, locust, maple, myrtle, and oak. Now, this is the time of year where the maple and oak trees, when they release their beautiful leaves, they are some of the most colorful leaves that you see out there. They're some of the most gorgeous ones. So it's perfect time of year for those to be the trees for this holiday. The gemstones are amethyst and topaz. I already stated the goddesses and gods. But as for a couple examples, Inanna, Morrigan, Persephone. For the goddesses, for the gods would be Bacchus, Demuzi, Hermes, and Thoth. Now for the issues and intentions of this holiday is accomplishment, agriculture, balance, goals, gratitude, and grounding. So as Odin was talking about for the brief history of the autumn equinox, this is the time of year to finish up on the agriculture. We're getting ever so closer to winter and the cold season. Now's the time to finish harvesting everything. Just now's the time. Samhain is the end. Samhain is the final of the 3 harvests, which are technically the gourd harvest, but some of the gourds are ready earlier. But Samhain is the final harvest of you need to have everything for the year out of the ground and preparing it for the winter.
Yes.
So now is the time of agriculture. Balance, as Odin was speaking again, during the autumn equinox, everything is at a balance. Light, dark, day, night, yin, yang, just, God, goddess. Everything is at a balance.
It's a oneness.
It's a oneness. It's a wholeness. It's all comes together as one. That is why a lot of people get married closer to the spring equinox and the fall equinox, is because of that balance. Now, most people, I don't want to say most people, but many people who get married in the spring do it because not only is there a balance, but it's also the time of fertility and love and yes. So that's one thing. Goals. You want to start thinking of your goals and finishing up on the year's goals, because coming up during Yuletide, there will be Oath Day, where you'll kind of like when you do your New Year's resolutions, January 1st, in the pagan belief system, we also have a day that is dedicated to that, and it's Oath Day, where you take a ham and you place a hand on it, and you pledge goals and oaths for your family for the year.
Modern equivalent.
That's our modern equivalent. That you wish to make for your family household for the year.
And that's more of a Norse Germanic tradition.
Yes.
But it's when people renew their oaths to their family, their community, their kin. And it's also a time where people look in reflection at the improvements they wish to make.
Yes. So now is the time of year that you want to start getting those ready. You want to start getting the ideas for next year coming up for Oath Day, as well as finishing up on any that you have not yet completed through the year. Now's the time.
Still got a few more months.
Still got a few months, but now, like we were saying, now's the time to get that prepared and finish any of the goals that you have remaining of the year. Gratitude, as Odin was saying, now's the time. This is our version of Thanksgiving, where we are thankful for the harvests, the fruits, the veggies, the gourds, the grains, that we have been able to harvest during these last 3 harvests of the year. Now's our time to sit down and be thankful for that. So showing gratitude. Also grounding is being humble. It can tie in with the gratitude. It's being humble and being appreciative of what you have, being more at tune to the earth as well.
Yes.
So.
Okay. Well, we have this wonderfully open altar here right now.
Yes, we do.
And we still got a few people with us currently.
Yes.
So let's put out one more call for blessing requests or any Q&A.
Yeah, now is the portion of ritual where we do any magic work, blessings, answering any questions. So if you have anything that you would like to ask us, if you have any other further blessing requests, please put those in the chat. Again, we're at about a 30-second delay, so please give us time to see those, and we will get to them and we receive them. So we've got 1 blessing request so far. Mm-hmm. If there's any others, please, like I said, let us know. So we will give you guys a moment to think those out. And we will sit here and enjoy our little cups.
Now, as you can tell, we do this kind of ritual a little bit differently than most sanctuaries. This is what we call our open format. Our closed format is straight to the ceremonial and the theatrics, and it's very linear. With our open format, it's more of an opportunity to show examples and to express and teach what we're doing, why we're doing it, what we're observing, why we're observing it.
It's more educational.
Yes. So it's a little bit different than what a lot of people may anticipate for an actual ritual. Mm-hmm. But this is just our open format because there's a lot of people who are
of different belief systems, and we need to be respectful of that.
And also just coming to paganism. Mm-hmm. And there's all kinds of paths within paganism as well. So this is just our basic, as eclectic as we can, version.
Yes.
So there'll be times where we'll do like specific types of rituals, like a blot. Mm-hmm. And that is more of a closed ceremonial, in-person kind of thing. Whereas this is something where you can see all the things that we're doing and then take what you need to create your own ritual and perform your own ritual with what implements you have to your ability and availability. Mm-hmm. So it's more of just a way of teaching.
Yes.
While also having an actual ritual.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we've had a few moments here.
Yes, we have. Alrighty. So it's looking like we've just got the 1 blessing request. Now, for everyone new, it looks like we got 2. Alrighty. Okay, so we have 2 blessing requests. Now, when we do blessing requests, we do try to keep it as eclectic as possible. We keep it generalized by speaking out to the gods and goddesses. We do not know what anyone's particular path may be. That is your spiritual truth, and we try to be as respectful as possible in regards to your spiritual truth. So we won't signify or call out a specific god or goddess on our end, but the intent is there.
Yes.
Towards whichever god or goddess that you may follow.
Especially during an open ritual.
Yes, especially during an open ritual, because we want to be as respectful as possible to everyone involved.
Yes.
So, all right. So our first blessing request is from Corinne.
Mm-hmm.
So, gods and goddesses, we ask that you please watch over Corinne's grandfather. He is elderly and his health is not doing so well. We ask that you please send good healing energies and strength to her grandfather as well as to her family during this tough time. May he be comfortable, may he be at peace, and as always, surround him with very much love. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Okay. All right. We have a blessing request from Feeny. Okay. That is a tough topic in this world right now. And
it's relatable.
It's very relatable. I work retail myself, so I get it. We're not going to go into mask or anti-mask here. Everyone has their own opinions, and we're going to be respectful. Let's try and coexist. Okay, so let's keep the chat, respectful as always, because we all love each other.
But I think it's worth a blessing.
But it is most definitely worth a blessing, without a doubt. All right. Gods and goddesses, we ask that you please watch over Feeney's boyfriend, Jacob. Please protect him when he is at work. Protect him from anyone who seeks to cause him harm or be mean or give him negative energy in regards to this COVID crisis. We ask that you also send a blessing for Feeney's son, Joseph, and give peace of mind of his of negative energies that he is confronting during his sleep. We thank you, gods and goddesses, and please watch over these two wonderful people. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Okay. So one final last call out before we move on.
Because we already pretty much did a bunch of the hearth talk.
Yeah. And we can do hearth talk all night long.
Oh yeah.
We've gotten close.
There's been times where we've had streams go on for 3 hours.
Longer. We had that 5-hour stream once.
Yeah.
That was a doozy.
But everyone kept coming in, getting engaged, watching for a while.
Oh yeah.
It was good.
That was one of our busiest streams we ever did. 5 hours straight, just constant talking, constant
Everybody
interaction.
Was throwing good questions, and
oh yeah.
As soon as one person would get their answers and go, somebody else would come in with 5 more questions.
And hey, we did our absolute best to just bang those questions out and those answers.
It was good.
It was amazing.
Glad it's not like that tonight, though.
Yes.
We're very exhausted.
Yes. Not that we would complain, but at the same time, we are human. We human. All right. So we have given you guys a few moments to give any final questions or blessing requests. We are not seeing any on our end, so please forgive us. Oh, thank you, Feeny.
Oh, thank you.
We do our best, and the biggest thing of the reason why we do this is we're not doing this to make money. We're living in our 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment on our camera, doing a live stream with you guys, You know, we're not doing this to make buku bucks, because that's not our intent. Anything. We're not selling anything. We don't want no Crystal Palace. We don't want this over the top thing. We're very humble. We're very down to earth, and we don't want people in our community to feel like they have to pay to be a pagan.
Yeah.
We don't feel like people need to pay to be able to receive the services that we give out. That's why we do all of our rituals 100% free. You guys don't have to pay to view our streams. You don't have to pay to participate when we do get a building or when we do get a location. You will never have to pay.
We want to make our faith accessible.
Yes. Accessibility is our top number one goal, because faithful should not be held back from being able to practice how they believe. And that is our whole board spoke about this today, and it is a unanimous agreement is, you know, even other services such as divination, if we're doing a tarot reading, it is free. Yes, we'll be more than welcome to accept donations, but donations are not at all required to receive our services.
And they don't go to us, they go to the sanctuary.
Yes, they do not go to us. It goes straight to the sanctuary, into the sanctuary bank account. We do not touch that money. We have our own money, so you know, we do well.
We have a good, modest life.
Yes, a very good, modest life. So any donations that are received for our services, for tarot readings, rune readings, and such, goes straight to the sanctuary and the running costs for the sanctuary.
It goes into materials, into being able to make up kits and send them out, to
building our future building costs for electricity
with
stuff.
The building stuff, we do have like fundraisers we want to do for that, but that's like handmade soaps, bath bombs, that kind of stuff.
Discussion for further down the road. Okay. But hey Caitlin. hi.
Hey.
But yeah, our services are free. Okay. Any money that we receive is as a thank you. And that is what we view it as. We do not.
Goes right back into.
It goes right back into the community and the services that we provide you guys. So if we need extra candles for rituals, guess what the donation is going to probably buy? Some new candles for the sanctuary. If we need ingredients for the apothecary, because we do have an apothecary cabinet, guys. We really do. If we run out of an ingredient that we need for an incense or a ritual or something, that's what the donations will be going towards. Basic expenses for the sanctuary. But again, you know, our services are 100% free. You know, we don't expect you guys to pay us for this.
What we expect, the easiest way to put it, is on the donative capacity of the community. If we provide something that's useful and beneficial and supports the community, then the community will find ways to support us, whether that's through Amazon Smile, or through volunteering, or through teaching, or through doing divinations for the community,
or donating goods. Like if you guys have items to donate for the sanctuary, you guys can donate that as well. So it's not even monetary donations that we're talking about. It's your own time, your own, you know, any items that you're like, hey, could you guys use this for the sanctuary?
We're still trying to figure out how to make the payments for the buildings self-sufficient.
Yes.
So we're still trying to figure that out. I think everyone out there that has a place of worship is trying to get it self-sufficient in some way. But it always falls back to needing community support. And so that's what everything's going to, is buildings and supplies, and making sure we can have this internet to do the stream and all that stuff. So
yes, Sherry, this will be on YouTube, on our YouTube page, as well as on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're doing pretty good this evening, so I don't think Odin will have to take the footage and crop it and re-upload it, so we should be good to go.
I'll just have to trim the
just a little.
The standby on the YouTube version.
Yeah, just for a little bit. So, oh, we got Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so so for the, and we have Caitlin as well. So, so for all of you guys watching at home, just so that you guys can kind of meet some of the other members that are part of the sanctuary. It's not just us two. It is not at all just Odin and I, okay? Lisa is our other board member. They live in a town not too far away from us. They are one of the ones that we actually had the board meeting with, helped form Sanctuary of the Phoenix, and they give some pretty badass awesome ideas, guys.
Yeah.
So we are so excited and cannot wait to see how everyone reacts when we do get some of these cool ideas going. So you're more than welcome to reach out to Lisa as well, say hey, and kind of get to know them. Caitlin is, okay, so Lisa's ordained with us as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Lisa is ordained with Sanctuary of the Phoenix, so they're one of our ordained
They're anointed.
Anointed, yes.
Anointed priestess.
All right, they are our anointed priestess, so, whew, sorry, lot of information, everyone.
Caitlin is anointed priest.
Priestess, I thought.
Priest.
Oh, priest?
I believe.
Okay. Now, Caitlin is one of our other members. They are our anointed priest or priestess.
Priest, because they're...
Priest?
They take care of my job when I'm
Oh,
off duty.
yeah, that's right. Priest. Excuse me. Sorry, Caitlin. We love you. Okay. So if you guys have any questions regarding paganism, you are more than welcome to also reach out to these two as well. It may take some time for them to get back to you due to personal obligations due to work, but they are pretty freaking awesome, guys. Trust me. They're pretty awesome. You guys can always get a hold of Odin and I. We will do our best to message right back. Mm-hmm. If we can't, it's usually I'm at work.
Yeah.
I have a full-time job, guys.
If I'm hard on getting a hold of, it's because I'm either dealing with the kids or I'm arms deep in getting class stuff ready or writing or doing paperwork because I'm the one doing all the legality stuff.
Thank you for the clarification, Caitlin.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate it.
I knew.
My brain's not all here.
I know, we're exhausted.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
So.
But yes, so always, community, feel free to reach out to them as well.
They're in our community group as well.
Yes, because it's not just Odin and I running this. We have, a couple, we have Lisa and Caitlin also helping run Sanctuary of the Phoenix with us. They're obviously not, in front of the camera as much as we are. However, they are just as much involved as we are.
We're just loud and visible.
Yes, we are very loud, very visible. But trust me, Lisa and Caitlin are still there too. And they're just as feisty. All right. Hey, Caitlin, tell the girls that we say hey. Alrighty. So, I guess, not sure what else needs to be done. I think we got all the important stuff done.
Did the magic work and blessings.
Yes.
Now it seems like we're just down to the never hunger, never thirst.
Yep.
And then
just go
79.
Alrighty. Hey, if it happens, it happens. If it you don't have to hop in front of the camera if you don't want to. That's up to you. We leave whatever you're most comfortable with. You're more than welcome to join us in front of the cameras one of these days. But if you're just not feeling up to it and you're just not okay with being in front of the camera, then hey, it happens.
Once you get a few seconds in, it gets okay though.
Hey, we've dragged Caitlin onto the stream a few times, so
it's just like jitter's gone, and then here we are.
Yep.
Hi.
Yep. And Caitlin, we love you, but you can be pretty hilarious on camera. Alrighty. So during this time, we are now going to do Never Hunger, Never Thirst.
Okay. You want me to break this a little bit?
Yeah.
Here we go. Never hunger.
God darn it. May you never hunger. You said you wanted a small one.
Do you start out with this one, or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
May you never thirst.
May you never thirst. Okay.
They were gonna know soon enough, Caitlin.
Yeah, I think we're all kind of camera shy here.
In our own weird, special way, yeah.
Me, I've got this little bit of a zone I go within myself.
You have your radio voice, though.
Well, I used to do radio broadcasting, and I was also a stage performer. So I've got this little switch that I flip, and once I'm in that mode for a few seconds, I'm good.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to add a little bit more incense to the puck?
Last time I tried to reach over, I blew out a candle just by my motion.
All right. So while Odin is adding a little bit more of our incense to the puck, I will tell you guys what we have for our offering of food and drink. I made some homemade apple crisp this evening for the food, and then just some store-bought apple cider. We didn't have time, unfortunately, to make our spiced apple cider, but we do have the recipe for our spiced apple cider on the website at sanctuaryphoenix.com. It is in our kitchen witch area, our witchy kitchen.
Yeah, witchy kitchen.
Yes, witchy kitchen. That is where we have all of our recipes at. So we plan to continue to add more recipes to it. It'll show intentions, the ingredients, usually what holiday that it could be made for. So we have those on there.
And eventually we will also have non-edible recipes in different categories there too.
Yes.
But they'll appear differently. I mean, they'll appear the same recipe format, but they'll be in different areas, so you won't get them mixed up.
Yes, and that'll probably be for like our oils, our incenses,
yes,
our soaps, whatever, our non-edible but consumable items. Yes. Now the incense that Odin refreshed on our puck, it is from Luna Ignis brand. We purchased it from Arts and Craft from Hartford, Michigan. It is owned by Paul and Pat Barbary. The scent is Autumn Equinox. It is very resin heavy, but it smells so good. A lot of our woo sweet.
They don't play with what
Yeah,
they
they
make.
do not play with the incense that they make. So if you guys would like to check out their incenses, please do. It is artsandcraft.com. I will place that into the chat real quick.
Yeah, they are a very good provisioner that we personally go through, and we go through with the sanctuary.
Yes.
They've always treated us real well, and they've always had great advice, and we turn to them when we're learning things.
Yes.
So that's one thing about being a pagan is there's always somebody out there who knows another piece of the puzzle. There's always something new to learn. There's always a different view or different way of doing things, and you just got to keep that open mind and keep learning and learning and learning and having experiences. And even with incense, these are people that taught me a lot about incense, not only by utilizing their products, but from getting direct advice on how to make our own.
Yes. Now, Arts and Craft, they do apothecary items, they do the incense, they also do different altar pieces. They also, Paul is also a blacksmith. So he makes hand-forged athames, burins, wands, staves. So check them out. They do have some of their hand-forged items on the website, but you can also contact them and they can make custom items.
Yes.
Okay? Winter's coming. Paul's going to want to stay warm, so we got to keep that forge going hot. So, if you guys are interested, please check it out. Very like Owen was saying, very good friends of ours. We met them through Grand Rapids Pagan Pride, actually. And it is one of the friendships that we cherish most dear through that connection. Because without them, I'm not sure where exactly we'd be.
As a sanctuary or otherwise.
Yeah. They are very, very knowledgeable. Oh, yes. They do have statuary. They do have statuary. So, and they just got a bunch of new ones in.
Yeah,
so,
they got to move statues, I hear.
Yes. Yes. So, statuary, check them out. Yeah, they were so amazing with giving us information on how to get this up and running. They're one of the few people that we reached out to, said, "Hey, we're trying to start this. What do you guys know?" And they were very knowledgeable. They even looked over some of our documents.
Our initial bylaws.
Yes, our initial bylaws. And was like, "Hey, this is good," or "Hey, this isn't going to quite work. You guys got to word it different."
And this is what to look out for.
This is what to look out for. Or, "Hey, this isn't going to work. You got to nick that real quick. You need to nick that out now." So before we even were able to reach out to the IRS to become 501c3,
yeah, they played a very pivotal role in helping us get where we are. So.
Yeah, so we thank them tremendously. So the best way that we can do to thank them is to continue to buy their products and to tell you guys of, hey, these are the products that we use, that we stand behind, and help them out as well. Their business, other than us being consumers of their products, they are in no way connected to the sanctuary other than good friends that have great products that we purchase.
And we trust.
That we trust, yes. If there's ever a mistake where they may forget an item in your order,
they'll make good for it.
They'll make good for it tenfold. Usually,
They're really great.
They're
about
amazing.
handling customer service.
Yes. And then the items that they do give you, completely worth it.
The quality.
The quality is
Superb
amazing.
quality, always.
Yes.
Always.
What they do as well in each order is they do give a little present, a little snippet present to each order. We don't want to go into too much detail because we want...
Usually. There's been 1 or 2 orders where...
Yeah, there's been only a few orders where they haven't been able to, but that's typically due to not having enough supplies at the time to be able to do so. However, typically they have enough supplies to where they can give little snippets of little... We don't want to go into it. We want you to be surprised. We want you to be surprised when you order from them, because you will like you'll like the gifts that you get. The little trial pack.
They go that little extra way just to make sure that you know you're a valued customer.
Exactly.
So, and we're not paid or anything to talk about that. We talk about them all the time because they always hook everything up just right, and
they're just amazing. Like, yeah. Like, I don't know what better words to use to explain Paul and Pat. They're just amazing.
Yeah, and then it's things that we can't otherwise get our hands on that we can get to them. And that's one of the things that keeps bringing us back is these really hard to obtain items, the hard to find items.
Another thing is along the same lines as, custom orders for the hand forged items. You can also talk to them about certain items that they may not carry, like different apothecary items, different books or tarot card decks. Most items that would be in a metaphysical store of such. You can say, hey, I'm looking for this. Is there any way you guys could get this for me? And they're usually pretty well at finding it, and for a pretty decent price too. Mm-hmm. So reach out. It doesn't hurt to ask. The worst they can say is, "Hey, we couldn't find it," or "Hey, we can't really, we couldn't really make this happen for you. Sorry." Okay. That's the worst that could happen.
But that's who we go through for a lot of the things you're seeing us use. And that's also where we go through for a lot of our apothecary stuff, as we keep mentioning. So that's just, we stand behind them because that's who we go through, and they haven't done us wrong in any way. They've always been perfect.
Yes, they've been amazing.
Even when there's a hiccup, it's ironed out like that.
Oh yeah.
So they're really good on top of it. Yeah,
they're amazing. Alrighty. Well, everyone, it has come time for us to start winding down this ritual. We must say farewell to all the gods and goddesses that have joined us this evening. We must say farewell to the guardians of the corners, and then we must open the circle. Because we can't leave the circle up the whole time. It'd be nice, but we can't. Plus, we're not going to stay in the circle constantly the whole time anyway. So.
Yeah, and I want to turn on the air conditioner.
Yeah, it's getting a bit warm here. So, we are going to start the ending portion of ritual. Again, if you have any questions, let us know. We will get a hold of you as soon as possible. But yeah, we will. What's up? Arts and craft. That's where we get our gemstones at.
We even got blue stone that came from the same quarry that Stonehenge was cut from.
Yes.
So you can get like real rare stuff there too.
Yes. So as of right now, we haven't really found any other store that we stand behind as much as this one. We do plan on reaching out and viewing other stores Because we do want to have a variety of suppliers for our items, not just one. However, this is our tried and true
go-to.
This is our go-to tried and true of, hey, what you get is what you get. And so but yeah, so Feeny, check out Arts and Craft.
All right. Uh-oh.
Sorry, I'm just scrolling a quick sec because I'm pretty sure I put the correct website in. Pretty sure. Yes, I did. Okay. Alrighty. So we, like I said, we are going to start. Yes, we are going to start quieting down this.
And now this is the time where we
say farewell.
We thank the gods and goddesses that we have evoked to be with us.
Yes. At this time, please thank and hail and farewell any of the gods or goddesses that you have requested join us this evening. They're free to stay, but they're free to go as well. So we will take a few moments and we will reconvene. So now we are going to hail and farewell the corners. We will start in the west because that is where we ended last time. We will start in the west and we will make our way back to the north because you want to go counterclockwise, which is Wittershins. Hail, guardians of the watchtower of the west, element water, color blue. We thank you for joining us this evening during our autumn equinox ritual. Hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
Hail, guardians of the watchtower of the south, element fire, color red. We thank you for joining us this evening during our autumn equinox ritual. Hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
Hail, guardians of the watchtower of the east, element air, color yellow. We thank you for joining us this evening during our autumn equinox ritual. Hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
Hail, guardians of the watchtower of the north, element earth, color green. We thank you for joining us this evening during our autumn equinox ritual. Hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
Now, at this time, we usually stand up, or we are usually standing, and we start kicking our feet. You guys can't see it due to the table, but we are brushing away the water and salt that we used to cast the circle. It is a way of opening up the door. It is the way of freeing ourselves and the magic and the good energy that we created in our safe space to let it flow freely to the world around us and to let it spread. We are now releasing this good, feel good energy for all. Okay.
And
then we usually say one final thing and then the circle will be finally open.
Okay.
May the circle be open, but unbroken. May the love of the gods and goddesses be ever in your heart. Merry meet,
merry part,
and merry meet again. Blessed be. All right. We thank everyone for joining us this evening. Sorry again Yes, exactly. Release the good. We thank everyone for joining us this evening. It's been amazing. We're sorry for such the late start. Kids, there's something else. If you guys have any questions, please get a hold of us. We will try to reply as soon as possible. You may message either of us on our private Facebook pages or to the Sanctuary page, because we both get the notification whenever you guys message the Sanctuary. Check out our website for the recipes. Check out artsandcraft.com for supplies. If you guys have any questions regarding paganism in general, or a god or goddess, or just anything pagan related, get a hold of us. We're here. Lisa and Caitlin, they're available as well. So you're not limited to just Odin and I. They are, yes, ask away. They are very knowledgeable, and there's a reason why we have them part of the Sanctuary, because they know their stuff.
And we're all slightly different paths. And
yes.
Slightly different matrons and patrons, and
yes.
So it's good different views.
Yes, it's good. There's a variety, and usually if there's something that one of us doesn't know, one of the other of us do, potentially. Yeah. There's a good chance of it there, because there's 4 of us. So please do not be afraid to reach out. Do not be afraid to ask questions, because that's the way we all learn, is we have to ask questions. We have to be like, hey, how do we do this? Or, hey, what do you know about this? And
these are all questions we ourselves had to ask.
Yes, and we still ask about different things. So we're all still learning. Always. So Odin and I, we're not all knowing. Like, we're still learning ourselves in our own paths. We're still learning as high priest and high priestess. So if there's something that we don't know, we'll try and find out for you. If there's something that we know someone else will know that we don't, we don't want to pass the torch per se, but we'd rather guide you towards the knowledge. Yes, exactly. We were all very, very new to this at one point or another.
And it gets easier every time.
It does. It very much does. But, all right. So, we are going to end the stream. We do have some cleanup we must do, and then I have some work and sleep. Yes. Because we need the energy for this coming week. Get a hold of us if you need us. But in the meantime, you ready, dear? Well, I guess without further ado, may the gods and goddesses bless our home, our friends and family, and this stream. Blessed be. Good evening, everyone.